Eddington's a movie that reviewed pretty poorly from everything I'd seen, but is actually pretty solid, in my opinion. This political satire, dark comedy set during the 2020s is a really well done period piece with some great comedic beats, and I don't really think it pulls any punches. It is certainly a movie that critiques how critically online people were at the time, and in that has upset people on both sides of the political spectrum to quite a degree. I think none of this is helped by how hyper accurate of a depiction of that time the first half of the movie is. It feels real. These were the conversations being had. This was how people were interacting, and this was the world for the whole most of the movie. So what's it about? Honestly, I'm going to steal the director's answer that he's given in any interview I've seen him in, which is it's a movie about a data center being built in a small town in New Mexico, specifically during the COVID era. And branching from that, it's about the mayoral race between the sheriff and the incumbent. Incumbent being played by Pedro Pascal, sheriff being played by Joaquin Phoenix, both who give excellent performances. Honestly, this may be my favorite appearance of Joaquin Phoenix I've seen. This movie has led to some strong opinions and strong feelings by a lot of people, and I can kind of understand why. It does feel a little too soon. I mean, a lot of the interactions are cringe-inducing just because of the fact that it's God, I remember this, you know? And it does start a little slow, but it does pick up into a really interesting plot. And by the end, it'll have you sitting there just slack-jawed, I think. That's kind of how it left me and my girlfriend. I mean, when we walked out, I just looked at her and went, what the fuck? And there was only one other couple in this entire movie theater. No one is seeing this movie for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the bad reviews or because of the way the advertising made it look or what. But we walked out and I was just like, what the fuck? And the woman in the other couple that was there just was like, I know, right? That was her response. And I mean, we had a little 5-minute discussion after the movie, which is something I don't think I've ever done after a movie with anyone, other than the people that came to the movie with me, right? But I feel we all left feeling we had witnessed something. I don't want to overhype it by saying profound, but definitely impactful and thoughtful. That left a lot to think about, in my opinion. And having gotten to the end, that poster with the buffalo going off the cliff, it was a great choice. That's all I'll say. It seems like this movie's already starting to get pulled from theaters, and I think it's only been out a few weeks. There was only one theater showing with one showtime, and both times I went to it, it was completely empty, other than the one couple we were with the first time. It's kind of crazy that such a well-made movie has so few people actually watching it. I mean, this is an A24 movie that I saw all sorts of marketing for, and one of the movie theaters in town isn't even showing it anymore, and the other one only shows it one time a day. I think it's a movie that will get better with age as people kind of become distant to the events of COVID and are able to reflect more on it. And reflect more on the long-term implications of it and that era of critical onlineness and what happened in the political world due to it. Regardless of what perspective you come into this movie with, I think you can take something away from it. A lot of people have described this movie as centrist, and I wouldn't really agree. I would say, if anything, it's empathetic. The director does have an obvious leaning to me, I think, and it seems there was a direction that, in what he believed in, but I think the movie is very empathetic, even to characters that go on to do horrible things. So much of the interpersonal stuff and the individual people feel very grounded and real and believable, and even some of the more absurdist characters feel believable for that era. All in all, I really enjoyed the movie. I want to implore you to watch it. I think more people should be watching this. I think Ari Aster made a really good piece of art here. And yeah, that's kind of the video. I felt I needed to talk about this and recommend it while it was still a thing you can go watch. So yeah, go watch it. And if you have seen it, tell me in the comments what you think of it. I guess put a spoiler warning or something if you do, but yeah, I'd love to hear more people's opinions on it. You guys have a great night, and see ya.